Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today we are going to attempt, and perhaps not succeed, at going into orbit, rendezvousing with another rocket, and trying to dock. I honestly have no idea if I'm going to be able to do this. I tried this once before and I got pretty close at one point. I got within 400 meters of the other rocket. But it didn't really work out because when I started recording with Fraps, that's actually the quick save reload button in Kerbal Space Program, and it ended my flight. It restarted my flight, actually. I fixed that. I changed the key settings, the key binding, so hopefully that's not going to happen again. This is a separate save called Docking Practice, and this is my Docker Practice, which is basically a Kerbal X, except with an SAS installed because SAS is amazing. And also with a docking port instead of a parachute. These guys will not be re-entering orbit. If they screw up too badly, I'm just going to end their flight, and that's all there is to it. Let's see. I feel as if this may have been one of my problems before. These don't really line up very well with these down here, so I'm going to see if I can change this. Maybe... Yeah, so the last time I tried this, something terrible happened. Maybe you guys don't know, because I didn't upload that video except for the very end of it, but when I was using the RCS to try to move my pod around, it was sort of spinning in orbit, and that wasn't very good. It sort of made me nauseous, actually. I almost felt like vomiting, and that's definitely not something you want when you play Kerbal Space Program, right? So we're gonna go ahead, take this to the launch pad, and because docking and rendezvousing can take a really long time, there's a very high chance that sometimes during this video I'm just going to have to go ahead and use time dilation, because I don't want you guys to watch me for like an hour and a half try to dock with this stuff. That's really boring. So hopefully maybe this episode will be at maximum 30 minutes long, but we'll see about that. So anyway, going to power up my thrusters, throttle up, SAS, and who do we have? We have Jebediah, Bob, and Bill. Oh, praise the Lord. If anyone can get this done, it's Jebediah. Alright, so we are going to be launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. And that wasn't very great. That took a little too long to launch that. I really should move those strut things into here, but lesson learned. Lesson learned. Asparagus staging for the win. I think I heard something explode just then. That doesn't make me feel very good, but as long as we're not tumbling out of control and exploding, I guess, well, we'll just keep going. Jebediah seems like he's having fun. It'll be okay. I trust in Jebediah. 4 kilometers above the surface. And there we go. Alright, so now I can show you I have two rockets in orbit actually. They're all called Docker Practice. It's the same rocket. So there's one over there, one over here. This one is at 160 kilometers and this one's at 100. We're not going to try to dock with that one because we can't speed up time very quickly. So I'm going to try to dock with this one, since I can speed up past 4, I believe. But, I really don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We'll see. Maybe, possibly, but, I don't know. Yeah, so, we'll see about that. We're currently still climbing through the atmosphere, going through the middle part of the atmosphere. 17 kilometers. We have quite a ways to go. Still some fuel. I think we're gonna be good. We're gonna get this done. It's gonna be okay, guys. Jebediah knows. Look at him. He knows what's up. Gonna go ahead and jump into IVA with Bill Kerman. Oh, I want to look out the window. Hey, the moon's out there. That's amazing. Look at that. This looks complicated. Look at all the dials I don't understand. Okay. Let's get out of here before things explode and I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, that was good. Yeah. Why does it look like this orbit is sinking in? Is it because I'm moving towards it? Alright, well, that's good. That's basically about where I wanted to be anyway, so. Alright, let's go ahead and see if I can turn this. Maybe. Very nice, very nice. Slowly, slowly. We have about another 50 kilometers to go. It's alright. First we have to establish an orbit, then we have to make sure it's on the right angle, and then we have to change it so the altitude is a little bit below so we can catch up. I'll walk you guys through that as we do it, but for now... Alright, well that's not that bad. Gonna wait for our AP, then I'm gonna burn this rocket. We don't have a whole lot of fuel left, but that's okay. We don't need a whole lot of fuel in this rocket. We have another rocket inside. Oh, we're under acceleration. Alright, so I don't want you guys to wait for this, so this is where we're going to use a speed up time. Alright, so speed up time in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright everyone, welcome back. Hopefully I did that speed up correctly, but anyway, to explain what just happened, I am now in Kerbal orbit, although 83 kilometers is not very high. We have to extend this a little bit more so that we're actually up to speed and at least somewhat near the orbit of this Docker practice. So we're gonna go to this apoapsis, yes, apoapsis, AP, and we're going to extend our PE to about 160. And then probably when we get around to our PE, we're going to lower this a little bit under 160 so that each time we go around Kerbal, we get a little bit closer to this Docker practice. Because smaller, closer orbits to Kerbal go faster and will get you closer to the thing that's in front of you. Larger ones go slower, they're longer, and you allow something behind you to catch up. So I'm going to see if I can do that, and hopefully I can. So speed up time again, and 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're back for just a quick moment, and I wanted to explain what's going on so you guys actually sort of have a clue, because you know what, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna try to walk myself through this as well. So my PE is now at 160, which is about where it needs to be to match up with the other orbit, and my AP is about 15 kilometers outside, which means that this slowly will overtake me and come back up around behind me if I don't do something like lower my orbit to go under this thing's orbit. So I may be okay with that since I have time speed up skills, so maybe I'll just let this go around a lot so it catches up to me behind. Save some fuel. How much fuel do I have? I do not have a lot of fuel. Maybe I'll do that. So maybe I'll do that, but one of the first things that we need to do is we need to make sure that the angle of our orbits is actually set up together. If you look at this, actually let's change to Kerbal, that's a lot easier. Okay, so we change to Kerbal and we look at these orbits, and these orbits are like not in the same plane at all. So you want to make sure that you're in the same plane as, you know, anything else with the other things that are orbiting around here if you want to meet with it, because otherwise what's going to happen is this thing and I, for example, right about here is where we're going to intersect. And then we're going to get further and further away from one another as we travel to the opposite side, and this is on the other side of Kerbal, pay no attention to it. But as you can see, we intersect here on this plane, but then we go into two different planes. And we can't really dock with each other if we're here. It'll pull us apart, and I'll have to like fight that while Alright, so welcome back everyone. Hopefully I do the speeding up thing correctly. Anyway, I wanted to show you that I've corrected our angles pretty well actually, I think. Pretty well. They look to be about on the same plane. It isn't perfect, I don't think, but you know what? It's close enough for me. We're not in the same orbit yet. If you look at this here, you can see that we're 161, that's not bad, but right here we're a little bit outside, so it's going to go faster than us. What we want to do is about here. We want to lower our AP below this so that we can go faster and catch up. So that's the next thing that I'm going to do, and we do that by going to the PE and burning retrograde. And for those of you who don't remember what retrograde is, my nav ball is all screwed up. This is prograde. This is towards where you're going. And oh, my nav ball. This is retrograde. So we're going to go to our PE, burn retrograde, which will lower our AP, and then hopefully we'll catch up with this. This is going quite well. As long as nothing terrible happens, I think it'll be okay. Alright everyone, welcome back once again. So I believe that I've placed my two rockets in the same plane, and I've made my orbit 10 kilometers shorter so that I can stay above 150 kilometers so I can use speed up. Pretty sure that I'm going to catch up to it, so let's go ahead and put it into high speed so I can start catching up. I should be lower here, therefore going faster and catching up to it slowly but surely. And then when I do catch up to it completely, then I will go to the AP and I will extend my PE to 160.8. Because that is what I have this sitting at, 160.8. I realize that once I get close enough, I can actually see it and set it as my target. I may be able to do that actually right now somehow, but I'm not really sure how. So we're just gonna wait until I can see it myself with my little Kerbals over here. I may be able to see it now actually. Where am I going? Have I caught up to them? No, not yet. We are going very fast, ladies and gentlemen. But when we do catch up, I'll set that as my target. That should make things a little bit easier, being able to see my speed relative to to my target, to the ship that I want to dock with. So hopefully that works. I mean, as I told you before, everyone, I sort of don't know what I'm doing myself. So I'm sort of walking myself through this as I explain it to you. This will be my first time docking. Really, I've never done this off camera. I really don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully using chase cam, and maybe I'll even try using this docking nonsense down here, docking mode. But for now, we're just gonna wait until we get this all set up and everything's nice and pretty. And I have caught up to that almost, but when I do, we'll come back and we'll see if I can actually get to it using RCS. So, wish me the luck, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'm gonna just quickly explain something. So, I did see it actually in this view. So I can see them, they're 57.4 kilometers away. That's not really that far in space. So, seems like a far away. So I was able to set them as my target. As you can see, my descending node is 0.2. 0.2, that is so incredibly close. We're like almost exactly on the same plane, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then, so the other thing that setting your target does is it tells you when you have an intersect. This is our intersect, and they're extremely close to one another in case you can't see that. So zoom in. Yeah, they're really close to one another. Not exactly close, but pretty close. So considering that, I think that's fine. We can probably, yeah, 4.4 kilometers. We can totally do that with RCS, I think. So we're gonna try to do that after we go around this one last time. I may actually be a little bit ahead. So we're going to go ahead and do this last lap, and then at the AP here, I'm going to extend my PE to 160.8 using RCS. And hopefully that'll get everything set up, I think. Maybe. I hope. Okay everyone, welcome back, and I'm going to explain what just happened. So everything is blinking because everything is crossing over itself. I am really freaking close to this rocket, and our intersects show that we're pretty close actually. We're gonna get pretty close to each other at this point, only 2.9 kilometers away from one another. Our APs and PEs are both within 100 meters of each other, so circularized orbits, and both of our rockets have that same 160.8 kilometers. And we'll be coming up really close to each other very soon, 2.9 kilometers, which still seems like a far way, but it's totally doable. So here's what we're gonna do. This is the part where I really don't know what I'm doing or how to do it, so we're gonna pop out here. We can probably, yeah, they're right over there. At this point, I want to use V to go into the chase cam. This is free. This is orbital. This is chase. Alright, so this will keep me oriented, I think, in the manner of being the same as my vessel. Like, it will keep my camera on the vessel so that if I spin or turn my vehicle, the camera will follow, I think. So we're nearing the closest point, 2.8. Yeah, we're basically there now. So let's take off the SAS. Let's turn on the RCS. Actually, should we leave the SAS on? I don't really know. Let's see if we can move around at all. Let's take the SAS off. Okay, well, yeah, this seems good. Alright. And let's change this to target so I can see 10 meters per second. Alright. Let's move forward. I hope I don't spin. Let's move towards the target. And you can tell the space is spinning a little bit when I do this. This is what gave me vertigo last time and sort of made me sick. Oh yes, here we go. Here's the vertigo. Kerbal is spinning around us. I actually have no idea if this is how I'm supposed to be doing this. So, yeah, if I'm completely screwing up my orbit right now, everyone, I'm sorry that I wasted all of your time. Let's see, if I'm moving at 10 meters per second, 11 meters per second, am I going towards them? I am indeed. Alright, this is good. This is good. I enjoy moving towards things. I wish we wouldn't spend so much, that would be nice, but, yeah, I mean, whatevs. Spinning towards that. Oh, there we go, that's beautiful, that's nice. I'm gonna keep the SAS on, and we are indeed moving towards the Docker practice. This is good. This is good, very good. 2.6, moving at 11.3 meters per second, so that'll take quite a while if I'm correct. So, how about we speed up time, and we'll let Jebediah do all of this. We'll trust Jebediah with our lives, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Maybe we can make this, I don't know. Wish me luck. And 37, 36. Ah, no, come back. Oh god, what am I doing wrong? Oh, why? I don't get it. Whenever anyone else gets close to their pods, it looks like they just, you know, stop moving in relation to one another. It's like they get close to each other and they're like, well, we're moving in the same orbit, so relative to each other we're not moving, but we're moving very fast around the Earth. And yet, for some reason, it always seems that I'm moving relative to the thing I'm trying to talk with. Ladies and gentlemen, I give up. We have 25 monopropellant left. Look, it's even moving further away from us as we speak. I completely give up. Mr. Swiggles agrees. It is a lost cause. Let's look at our orbits. See? Look, my orbit's not even lined up anymore. Look, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Please, someone in the comments, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Explain to me how to dock, or at least how to rendezvous. Explain to me what I did wrong so that when I'm near my ship that I want to dock with, for some reason I continue to fly crazily all over the place instead of being close to it and apparently being at 0 speed relative to it. It says currently I'm at 8.8 meters per second compared to my target. I don't even know what that means. Sometimes it apparently means I'm going too fast towards it. Sometimes it means that I'm moving that fast away from it. Like, well, what's going on? The closest I could get was 38 meters, which is pretty damn close, but I give up. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Megneous. If you enjoyed watching me fail miserably at this, please like the video, subscribe to my channel to see me fail even more. It's basically a kilometer away at this point. So yes, this was Megneous. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.